Greatness Quest. I'm Trevor Crane, and today we are talking about being famous. I'm actually with Miss Malaysia. This is Sue Wincci.
Hi, great to meet you.
Thank you for being here. And her award-winning producer, David Bensi. We were talking about what it's going to take to be famous. My wife just got back from Vegas and gave me the ridiculous stuff, because you guys know I don't always wear sparkles.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is I just met Sue, and she is taking her brand, creating an international brand. So she's not just Miss Malaysia, but tell everybody a little bit about the brand that you're building, because I'm excited and impressed, and I think you guys are going to learn something that you can use for your business, and that's what we're going to talk about, how you can use fame to grow your business and your brand.
Yeah, I brand myself as a musicpreneur. So
Musicpreneur.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's a combination of music and entrepreneur. So I've been in Asia and Malaysia, and I've produced about 8 albums together. So today and this time my trip to New York is to collaborate with this award-winning producer, one of my idols. And I've written one song.
Idol.
Yeah, Idol.
Wow, that's high praise.
Yeah.
American Idol.
American Idol, here you go.
Wow.
There you go.
Forget about famous, I'm infamous.
Oh,
Infamous,
that's nice.
yes.
Well, you're the man behind what makes people famous.
The Wizard of Elmwood Park.
From Miss Malaysia, I become a singer. Then I took over my artist management company. So now I'm more on expanding my music career throughout the whole world.
How is it that you're cutting an album, and how does that help with anybody around business? Like, why music? Because I have a focus on entrepreneurship, business owners. How can they go ahead and grow their business? Talk a little bit about your focus on business.
Sure. Music is something I think nowadays, for the youngster especially, nowadays it's a trend leading and trendsetter. So music is something which I'm passionate of. So I guess advice for everyone, if you want to venture in business, venture in something you like, you love.
I completely agree.
Yeah, so from music, I kind of leverage into a business module. So from there, we made business via digital sales and then branding, and then we do endorsement and stuff. So the more you grow your brand, the more famous you are, the more monetary value you gain.
So here's so all of that I would say is obviously absolutely accurate, but what it was interesting, we had talked about how I'll do a lot of marketing with companies or talk to them about marketing. We have a TV show here that's all around doing some marketing and trying to give you some awesome stuff. That you're in the attention business.
I'm attention business.
And you chose music because it is not language specific.
Yes.
You know, and you can go through what is it? Boundaries. What am I saying? International borders. There you go.
Yes.
It goes through international borders, and it's also a short amount of information in a short amount of time. Like we have these, people
beats and stuff.
So you also have 1 minute to grab someone's attention, if that. Probably less. So I think that's how can and you hold on. Let's just not talk about your music career.
Sure.
Go ahead. Do you know anything about business? It's great to go ahead and say that you have this personal branding that you're doing for yourself.
Yes.
But talk a little bit about what you're studying, because aren't you a PhD candidate?
Yes, I am a PhD candidate, and I'll be graduating end of this year. So I am doing social media strategy.
So it's a business degree.
It's a business degree.
And you already have an undergraduate law degree.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can go ahead and keep adding all these things on, because did you know that, by the way, David?
I didn't know. She can sue herself if she has a medical.
Yeah. Practically, yeah.
Perfect for an American. She has all the right,
Exactly. She
sue
can
herself on a medical problem.
Well, and she can go ahead and write a song about it.
And market the company that does it.
Yes.
And write a song.
That's a good.
And
do the commercial.
And interview herself or her doctors or whatever.
While she's cooking a huge.
Oh, because she's also the star of her own, of a reality TV show. What's the TV show that you're in?
MasterChef Celebrity Malaysia.
Okay, so also a chef, master chef. So before we go ahead and get on to David, who actually you can tell has got a great sense of humor and's worked with them. Actually, hold on. Let me ask this question. Have you ever helped anybody become famous before? And if so, how and how many? Go ahead and talk a little bit.
Well, ever since I started to be a producer, that's my goal, to make people not necessarily famous, but fulfilled creatively. And with that, comes money. The way we look at it in the creative community is a little bit different. We don't use words like monetize. We actually wake up and do something we love to do creatively, and we pray to the money god that somebody buys it. So it's a little bit of a different reality show.
Now, are you trying to elicit their passion, which I completely agree, wholeheartedly think that people should focus on their artistic, natural, awesome things that they love instead of trying to do things that make them money? I like building the money bridge, the monetizing bridge, because it can keep it alive.
Yes.
You know, it can make it happen. But as a producer, are you trying to bridge that gap for them?
No.
Or are you mostly focused on making sure you can pull their magic out?
I feel if you make a great product and you believe in it and it's real and it lasts, you know, it has legacy.
Yeah.
I'm not into the short dollar. We call that the low-hanging fruit in my business, where you just want to get a hit and get out.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm about. I built my career over 43 years. So I've been doing the same thing ever since I was 17, doing what I'm doing right now. And to me, it's a different kind of a graph. It kind of looks like this.
Right.
It kind of goes like that, and then it goes back. As long as you keep going back up.
Now, that graph is for what? That's the graph of?
Is the ability to be able to continue doing what you love every day, is making it. And if you happen to make money, in other words, if you get into my business to make money, you're really in the wrong business.
Right.
You should never do that. It's like being an artist. You know,
Yeah.
if you sit down, you want to do a portrait, you would never do that to make money. You would do that because that's what you
love.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different kind of a passion. And if you're really, you see, you know, they said to Michael Jordan the other day, why are you the best basketball player? And he said, because I personally lost 262 shots for the Bulls. And that's what my business is like. You see, you have to really fail many times.
Right.
And that's how you get better. And then if you do something 10,000 times, then you get better at it. And that's why I'm old and I've done it many times.
Okay, well, that makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a quick break. You're watching Greatness Quest on the Grant Cardone TV. Okay, guys, I'm Trevor Crane. You are watching Greatness Quest. We are in a professional recording studio.
We are?
We are.
And this is only the third time we've shot this one little part. But you're here with Sue Wincci, who is blowing up an international business and brand. We're starting with music today. She's recording her new first English single, and she wanted to do that with an award-winning producer who has helped how many people go from, you said that sometimes you helped artists comes in, how did you say it?
I just said sometimes they come in and they can't afford a sandwich, and a year later they're in a mansion driving 3 cars.
Awesome.
So from having a challenge to buy lunch to living in a mansion, how have you helped facilitate that?
Well, I've worked with them on their music, and I've produced their records, and I've mixed their records, and in some cases written songs with them. So I'm a behind-the-scenes creative guy. That's what I do all day. I make records with all this gear and creatively develop the babies of them creatively. That's the best way I put it.
So I feel like that's what I do with business owners to help them realize their dream. A lot of business owners start their business and they say they want to be successful, they want to make $1 million, whatever it is they want to do. But I'm looking for how do we make that vision come alive? So I'm the guy in the background to try to make that come true. Do you feel like you do that when you're working with an artist, that you're trying to pull out how do you phrase it or see it?
It's kind of like being a shrink. You know, you have to kind of analyze them as a person and how far you can push them, because that's why they're here. They're here to be pushed. Making a record is a once-in-a-lifetime affair. You see, it's kind of in the Bible forever. It's like imbibed.
Right. So you mean it lives forever?
Yes. So while they're here, the idea is to emotionally break it down so that it's real. Because you can come in here and be technically fantastic, but if it's not coming from here, it's not real.
Okay, so completely agree. So it's not real. I don't know if we shared this on camera or off camera, but you said that was part of the magic. Like, your job is to help capture what is real.
Yes.
I didn't really know what you mentioned the first time.
Real.
But to me, that's about authenticity.
Yes.
It's about, for me, because the parallels here about how I would help somebody in business are incredible. Because if I'm trying to help someone, I just taught a webinar last night about advanced sales and influence, and how someone can be better as far as an influencer. and it's all about just authenticity and genuinely being there to care about that other person. And it really is not about sales and trying to convert somebody and sell them a used car. It was more about finding out, being a shrink and finding out how you can help and serve that other person, about just being genuine. So that it sounds like you have performers that sometimes will come and try to put on a great show.
They last about a minute. In fact, they come here for me to, get rid of all that stuff. 'Cause anything disingenuous lasts about 5 seconds in here, and we spot it immediately, and it goes out the door. I mean, that's not what we do here.
Got it. So what's the opposite of performance and how amazing this is going to be? That's my singing.
It's like
It is.
You have to marry the technique
Yeah.
with the
Emotions.
emotion, and
Yeah.
without the two things, you have nothing.
And so when you're able to do that with an artist, for you, is your job done with them at that point, David?
No, it's just beginning.
Okay, so what's next?
Is to do a whole album like that for 3 months. It's not for a day.
3 months of, and how many hours a day will you
12,
work in the studio?
6 days a week.
Really?
In this room.
Well, Sue, you did this is your second day of shooting in this studio.
Yes, second day.
Recording.
Yeah.
How many hours have you spent?
Oh my God.
Just yesterday. It's just starting with yesterday.
Oh my.
Because you didn't get home
like-
last night and
She sang all day,
I sang all day.
and she was on a 17-hour flight, which I found it as the longest flight in the world, from Hong Kong to Newark direct.
and then she stayed up for 6 hours with me talking about how we're going to
She
conquer
likes
the
to
world.
talk. But you know what? When you leave Malaysia, you've got to start meeting people, because there's not very long. You have to get back. It's a long time to get back.
That's why.
She's capitalizing on her time here.
Yeah. We were practically recording for about 8 hours yesterday. Yeah.
8 hours
8
on your feet that whole time, singing that whole time.
Yes.
Because I saw you at the end of the day,
I was
and we got to connect for
exhausted.
all of about 2 minutes, where you met my wife for the first time,
Yes.
and then just said, "Okay, I'm nice to meet you."
Yeah.
Well, that's incredible. So is that a typical schedule then for recording?
That's actually quiet for me.
Yeah.
12 hours.
Well, you said 17 is like
17 hours a day?
Did you say that? No,
No,
what'd you-
12.
Okay.
7 days a week.
7 day. Okay, I
Okay.
get my
Six
numbers
days
confused.
a
6
week.
days
6
a
days.
week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you said, so actually, let me go ahead and back to you, Sue, because you are trying to build fame.
Yeah.
You're trying to get attention. You have decided that an English, how many languages do you speak, by the way? Because I think it's just
Speak 4 to
incredible.
5 languages.
45?
4 to 5. I wish 45.
4 to 5.
4 to 5 languages.
Okay, so
yeah,
the more
correct.
drunk you get, the more languages you
Yes.
speak. All right.
She's been drunk. She's been here.
Oh yeah.
Can't stop her from drinking.
Well, what is the you've now have you have an album in Malaysia. What other countries have you actually already started to expand your business and your brand?
Taiwan, Asia market. These two are the my local and Asia. Then now I'm in the Western country, New York, to release my first English single. Yeah.
Now, from here, are you going back to the UK? Because I know you've spent some time and studied there,
Yeah.
or are you going to go to Malaysia, or where are you going?
I'm going back Malaysia and Taiwan first because my teams are still there and there's still a lot of projects going on. So I wish to set up a team in America as well.
Well, and we've just started doing that, thus this interview, and
Yeah.
thus with David here. So what would you advise an entrepreneur, or because you have studied business with your PhD and your black belt as a lawyer and whatever else you've got, what is your advice to somebody about seeking fame? I mean, David's talking about being present with, actually that's my language, about authenticity, but being real and not trying to pretend to be something you're not. What is your advice to an entrepreneur?
I guess teamwork, because we can't do this ourselves. That's why every country I need a team and I need strategic management so that whenever I'm not around, my team can take over.
Well, this is really interesting because we had another conversation about having the value of a team, and that this is your art, your music, but you've wanted to find someone in America for your American song, for your English song.
Yeah.
And it's important for you to have, so there's a difference between the artist and then also having someone help you produce with,
Yes.
and you don't just expect to do that because you are brilliant, you get a team of people to help you become even more brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my advice here in the last couple seconds before we're going to have to take a break, is that if you want to create a result you haven't created before, if you watch any of my shows, you've heard me say this, find somebody to help you. Just get some help. I mean, the best way, you can ask, but you can also hire someone, and that's my recommendation. Find someone to hire, and we're going to come back in just a second. Hey guys, welcome back. We're talking about fame. We are talking about authenticity. We're talking about being real. You know what I want to talk about is how your brand in Malaysia has been all around, everybody can be an artist. Is that right?
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about what it is to be an artist and how that relates to business and how that's important to anybody watching right now.
Because nowadays everything's about personal branding. So artist is another genre of personal branding into another level. So my company in Malaysia, we call this Beyond Artists, whereby actually we don't sign artists. Artists are our client. So they tell us what they want. So we coach them from there and we do our research and we'll link them up with medias and a lot of partners as well.
Okay, so this is where I asked you the first time, what is your advice? And you said, get a team.
Yes.
So you offer that team to other artists, and instead of contracting them, where now they're under your label, you more mentor them and then
coaching them as
coach them, and then connect them with your team. And I heard a media team that will help promote their brand.
Yes.
So you want to help coach them
to become a business person and to not only do good in their artist business, but as well as they can manage their other business as well. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to do a little switch here because when you're talking to a pretty girl and you're talking to, I know, David, that's so nice. Please put that on, honestly. When you're talking to two pretty girls, you can get way caught up. And then, all the success stories. David, I know that you were in the Miss World competition. Miss Universe, okay. And when you were there, I know that you were asked a series of questions.
Yes.
What is the capital of Malaysia?
I'm fabulous.
I think that's absolutely true.
That's why she won.
Oh my God.
When you're talking to two beautiful girls, when you're talking to anyone who's successful, and we're shooting in not necessarily a glamorous studio, although it is a very glamorous studio. I don't like to always talk just about someone's success. I want to talk about the challenges. And you showed me a picture of you when you were a little girl.
Yes.
That you actually were. They nicknamed you
Godzilla
because you're a fat little girl. Did you
yes.
you know this? You didn't know that?
She's never been fat.
Oh my God, she was ridiculous.
Until she came here.
She was this obese little girl and grew up.
No fat hating.
Come on. I mean, they deserve loving too.
Yeah.
But so how talk a little bit about where you came from and the challenges that you went through, because nobody wants to hear only about your success and about how awesome you're doing.
Okay, when I was young, I was kind of obese. I was I was often bullied in school. So
I saw the picture. You weren't kind of obese.
Yes, I was. Actually, I was really.
She was more than a kind. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I know. There's gonna be haters.
That's like that.
It's not American obese. Malaysian obese is a completely.
That is true.
Yeah, that is true.
Exactly.
You ate too much fish and one extra helping of rice, as opposed to a chocolate cake.
Yeah. Hold on. I saw the picture though. It looked like she actually had a couple of cupcakes versus just a little bit of extra rice. It wasn't obese, which I think is child abuse.
Not like Disneyland.
No.
Cones,
oh my God. Love it. But okay, how did that? I mean, how did you go from that to being the gorgeous Miss Awesome that you are?
I guess it's hard work and do not give up your dreams. Because when I was young, I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to go on beauty pageants and stuff, but I was kind of labeled as fat. So I told myself, okay, I will go on diet. I will work harder. So I guess don't ever give up, and as well as keep on going. People will keep on telling you that no, but you just need to prove it to them. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I talked to a lot of successful people, and I asked the question about what's your advice? And I get hard work a lot.
Yes.
Okay, so that's fine. And everybody working out there right now that works hard is like, all right, screw you. You know, I already work hard. So what is it? What's that? I mean, how do you really? Come on, what's the truth? Not just work hard. I mean, what's the trend? When you think you're a fat little kid, or I've had a bankruptcy, and you have a failure, and you have a challenge. How do you actually pull yourself out of that and change your identity of now I'm going to conquer the world? That's a huge mindset shift that you're just skipping over with just have hard work and believe in your dreams. It'll be awesome. You'll be famous. Wear the hat.
I guess it's keep on trying, keep on going out there. Because sometimes just staying at a house or staying at a comfort zone, don't ever stay at a comfort zone. Whenever you feel comfortable, keep on going out there and challenge your limit. Because for me, I wasn't flexible at all. So that's why I challenged myself into pole dancing, into acrobats. So to, you know, like once you go against that.
Did you catch that?
It was unreal. Now we're in the Barnum and Bailey.
Okay. So somehow you decided that there were things you wanted that you didn't have.
Yeah.
And what gave you the courage, the belief that you could actually, that all the hard work would actually pay off? Like, why did you not quit?
Actually, don't ever think about the outcomes. I guess enjoy the process. Because sometimes when we hope too much and we don't get it, we get very disappointed. So sometimes just focus on the process, and as well as the support from your family members will be very, very important. Yeah.
Okay, so there are so many little tidbits you're throwing in here. Support from family, you're back to team, believe in yourself. You know, what I also heard though was that there were things you were willing to be uncomfortable.
Yes.
And how did you put that? You said that...
It's just like, I always say that I'd rather die on the battlefield than not going into battle.
Where did you get that, honestly?
It's a Chinese proverb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a Chinese proverb. That's why I rather go to the war rather than stand still. Yeah.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I have 2 younger brothers.
And are they ambitious like you are?
No. They're quite scared because I'm one of the outcasts from my family members. So I guess it's because the things I've been through, like the lower you went, the more you tell yourself, I don't want to come back anymore to this stage. Yeah.
Okay, so you think some of the challenges you've had have inspired you to actually have more courage to step into the unknown.
Yep.
And if you feel like there's too much that you're comfortable with, you almost get uncomfortable because you want to step into the unknown and die on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Or how about just succeed on the battlefield? How about just win? Kill on the battlefield. Don't.
All right.
But what is it? Because especially if you're a black sheep, if you're unique amongst your family members, because I would love to. Oh, my dad was really successful. My dad told me I could go do it, and my brothers are too. That's not the case. So what is it for you? What happened that made you believe you could do it?
I guess it was my education, because I was kind of labeled as the weirdo in my house, because my family don't even understand what I'm doing. So I guess education was something whereby it's a coach for my brain and as well to guide me throughout.
Education was a what for your brain?
A coach.
A coach?
A coach.
Okay.
And as a guidance for my thinking and thoughts. Because at one point...
Okay, so hold on. You're telling me how you succeeded.
Yeah.
I want to know, what was the stimulus that made you think that you could?
Oh,
because it's great that you studied.
Yeah.
It's great that you had education and that you read a book or you had a teacher or you had teachers that inspired you and you believed you could do it.
Yeah.
But what is it why did you think you could? Where a lot of people are scared to step out because we all have books, we all can go to school, we can all study, we can all fly to another country and have the courage to say, I'm going to make a song, although you've heard me sing, so that's not good for all of us. What is it for you?
Okay.
Because I'm trying to find out, what is it? Was there a stimulus? You said there's what
I guess
is it?
It was my stubbornness. My stubbornness inside myself. Because for me, if I don't make it, I won't stop.
It's like a Miss World question, I think.
Yeah.
Mine was a Miss World.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking.
Well, I think the president should talk to the people in the countries and make peace together. You don't have to answer anything like that.
Right.
And everybody should just learn to play the
peace.
flute.
So,
Yeah.
so it sounds like what do you believe? What's life about?
For me, life is about like fulfilling your dream and to protect your dream until the end.
And what if you don't do that?
I think I'll lose myself, because me myself today, I lived until today is still because of my dream and it's something which I believe, and also I guess goodwill. Yeah, like what you say, goodwill to help people, because as you grow bigger. And
Well, hold on. If you aren't able to realize your dream, then what would happen?
I guess I won't give up my life, because the life continues, but just that I will dive
Okay,
into
so
another
pause here for a
direction.
second, because
Yeah.
this is really key. I know you don't want to say something really negative right now,
Yeah.
but notice what you just said. I wouldn't give up my life.
Yeah.
She knows that you're being videotaped, okay? I wouldn't give up my life, which basically says you would feel like you would die.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah.
commit suicide, but I mean,
It feels
but
like-
it would feel like death to you.
Yes.
So okay, I just want to make sure that I don't want this to be light, because this is the key. We're here with two very successful people. I wanted to share them with you because I wanted to find out what it is that they think has helped people succeed. One is studying business and is a black belt in pole dancing. I don't know. Can you become a black belt pole dancer?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't even know what pole dancing
I am
is.
willing to learn. I want to look
Michael,
at.
I don't even know what pole dancing is.
You just call me Michael? You're right. We can go ahead and I was telling him I have a hard time with names. So I think, are you giving me a hard time? It's like
David Bendeth.
yeah, it was really nice to meet you. Michael Johnson. I don't even know who Mike. I should have said Magic Johnson or something would have been cool. So hold on. What
Don't
were
forget your balls, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Don't
you.
ever leave without your balls.
Okay, it's so you enjoyed fondling my balls so much.
Just momentarily.
It was great when you wore my balls on your chest. Actually, my
Something else
ball.
to say.
So the what I just learned, because when I interview someone extraordinary, I want to learn something that I can use for myself, and I want to be able to use it for myself to succeed, and I want to be able to help my clients succeed. And what you're telling me, both of you, what I learned today is that, while many people might seek fame, the people that come and barely being able to afford a sandwich, you help elicit what's real out of them, David. And then since you've been a little girl, Sue, you've been focused on your purpose in life is to live out your dreams. And anything short of that feels like death.
Yeah.
Feels like not living. Like, isn't that deep?
Dark.
Dark. That's dark. I think it's very. Well, here's what I actually believe is that you should pursue things in your life that you totally love, so much so that it doesn't seem like it's work. So much so that you got to find that thing that lights you up so much inside that you feel like you're always wearing sparkly balls, or that they're all around you. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on the sparkly balls. Say, David, this is actually, we don't need a light. If we just spun this in this room.
Oh, nice.
No, we do need a light.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. All right, you're watching Greatness Quest. Every week I'm going to bring you somebody extraordinary to help you blow up your business in your life. Today the lesson is, last words of wisdom for anybody watching.
Don't ever give up your dream.
Don't ever give up on your dream.
And try not to go to the dark place very often.
Yeah.
The dark place being
The negative.
Yeah.
Place
the negative.
where you don't think you can do things because you give yourself an excuse.
Okay,
A
see,
cop out.
so don't, see, I say that we use I love the dream. That's what we chase. I also want to know and embrace the dark. I want to know where it is. I want to use it as fuel so that it gets me into action, so that I don't go there. I don't think it's one that we need to ignore, but not if you find
stay there.
Don't stay there. Use it as fuel so you can get out of there. I would rather embrace it when I'm mad, sad, depressed. I'd rather go there and cry and then scream and get through it and get out of it.
Do you want a hug?
Sometimes, could we hug? Can you put the wig on? Come on, I'm wearing my balls. Okay, apparently not. Apparently not. We will see you next week. You're watching Greatness Quest. Come on back. We're going to help you blow up your business, and we're going to help you blow up your business. I'm here with Sue Wincci, and we will see you next week as we blow up Malaysia, the world tour. All right, thanks.
Greatness Quest is also available for download on iTunes and Stitcher. See the link in the description below.